హాయ్ అండి, నా పేరు విజయ నిర్మల. జుట్టు పెరగడం మొదలైంది.
వేరుశనగ తీస్తాము, ఆముదం తీస్తాము.
కూల్గా మన ముందే తయారు చేసి ఇస్తున్నాడు.
So first, may I know your requirement? What is your requirement? You want to learn Java. So what is the use of Java?
You can develop applications which are useful for the user interaction.
To develop applications, right? So
Yeah.
To develop applications. So now my question is, which kind of applications we are going to develop using Java? Yes, by using Java we are going to develop applications. Now my question is, which kind of applications we are going to develop using Java? So we are going to develop which kind of applications? Mainly standalone applications. Next one is web applications. Third one is
Okay.
mobile applications. We are going to develop these three kind of applications using Java. What is standalone applications? Standalone applications are nothing but desktop applications. Desktop applications means whatever the softwares we are installing in our system, only we can use, others we cannot use. Like Adobe Reader, for example, VLC media player means if we install in our system, only we can use, others we cannot use. Those are desktop applications like VLC media player, like any antivirus softwares, MS Office, all these are standalone applications. Second one is what? Web applications as well as enterprise applications. Web applications as well as what? Enterprise applications. So here it is going to run on server, anyone can use, right? Third one is mobile applications. Mobile applications means here Android. So by using Java we are going to develop this kind of applications. Now my question is, mostly we are going to develop web as well as enterprise applications using Java. Mostly we are going to develop what? Web as well as mobile applications using Java. So now my question is, to develop web applications, to develop web applications, do we have any other programming languages? So did you understand my question? Do we have any other programming language? Now tell me, do we have any other programming languages to develop web applications other than Java? Yes or no? So my question is, here to develop web applications we are using Java. My question is, to develop web applications, do we have any other programming languages? We have n number of
Maybe .NET.
Yeah, .NET is there, PHP is there, Python is there, Ruby on Rails. We are having n number of programming languages to develop web applications. But we are having n number of programming languages, right? But why we are choosing only Java? Why we are choosing only Java? Why? Because what are the upcoming technologies nowadays? You heard every day we are using Android, right? Android, Selenium, like Pega is there, Hadoop is there. All these are upcoming technologies. All these upcoming technologies are developed using Java. All the upcoming technologies are developed using Java. If we learn Java, we can migrate to any new technology very easily. For example, if you work on Java for 2 years, then any upcoming technology we can learn very easily. Why? Because even Android or Selenium or Hadoop, in Hadoop we are having a concept called MapReduce that is completely developed based on Java. So to develop web applications we are having a number of programming languages, but again why we are choosing Java means all the upcoming technologies are developed using Java. So if we learn Java, if we learn Java, we can migrate to any new technology very easily. Okay, for example, if you want to learn Hadoop, compulsory we should have knowledge on Java. Without knowing Java we cannot learn Hadoop, anything. Okay, so if we learn Java, we can migrate to any new technology very easily. That is the advantage of Java. That's why we are choosing Java. No other reason is there. Now, to develop any kind of web application, we need to follow compulsory these three layers. Not only Java, either you may take .NET or PHP or whatever it may be. To develop any kind of web application, we need to follow these three layers. We need to follow compulsory these three layers. We need to follow these three layers. What are the three layers we are having? First one is presentation layer. First one is presentation layer. Second one is business layer. Second one is business layer. And third one is persistence layer. So totally we are having these three layers to develop any kind of web application. Okay, not only by using Java, take any programming language, but if you want to develop any kind of web application, compulsory we need to follow these three layers. When it comes to presentation layer, we'll be getting here HTML, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. HTML, CSS and JavaScript. When it comes to business layer, here we'll be having Java. And when it comes to persistence layer, here we are going to use databases like MySQL database or Oracle. We can use any database. Mostly we are going to work with MySQL and Oracle databases. So let us take any example. For example, see here, I want to work with Facebook. See here, for example, if you want to create an account, first we need to register, right? See here, this registration page we are going to develop by using presentation layer. Okay, for example, here this form we are developing by using HTML. If you click on sign up, here what is asking? It is asking some validations. For example, if you are applying for any online application, anything, sometimes we will be getting like this: please enter your father name, or please enter your mother name, or please enter valid mobile number. All these are validations. Those validations are called as client-side validations. That client-side validations we are going to develop by using JavaScript. This comes under UI part. This presentation layer we are going to call it as what? User interface or front-end development. We are going to call it as UI, nothing but user interface. So for user interface part, we are having again a number of technologies like AngularJS is there. Okay, even AngularJS also we are having a number of versions. Okay, basically presentation layer means we are going to work with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. After JavaScript, we are having Bootstrap is there, we are having jQuery is there, AngularJS is there. All these are front-end technologies. Okay, so basically for the purpose of front-end, we are going to use HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So after giving all these things, if you click on sign up, the data we are going to get inside the Java file. From Java file, it is going to store into the database. Okay, for the purpose of middle layer, we are going to work with Java environment. And then, so after everything, after the validations, everything is perfect, then we are going to store in database. So to develop any kind of web application, compulsory we need to follow these three layers: presentation layer, business layer and persistence layer. In the previous days, if you are a Java developer, you know, if you know Java, that will be enough. But nowadays everything is full stack developer. Full stack developer means what? Even you need to know front end, you need to know middle layer and you need to know database also. So every day we are going to call it as core Java and advanced Java, right? Every day we are saying that core Java and we are going to call it as advanced Java. So what is the meaning of core Java and advanced Java? If you observe here, as per Java Sun Microsystem or from James Gosling, there is no core Java and advanced Java. In real-time environment, there is no core Java and advanced Java. Java is given by whom? Java is given by James Gosling. Java is given by James Gosling. Okay, so he has not given any core Java and advanced Java. In our academics, for our better understanding purpose, they have given this core Java and advanced Java. But particularly in real-time environment, there is no core Java and advanced Java. James Gosling from Sun Microsystems company. From Sun Microsystems, what he has given basically? He has given basically three versions: JSC, JEE and JME. Only has given these three versions: JSC, JEE and JME. JSC stands for Java Standard Edition. JEE stands for Java Enterprise Edition. Java Enterprise Edition. And JME stands for Java Micro Edition. Java Micro Edition. So these three editions he has given James Gosling. He has never given core Java and advanced Java. In our academics, for our understanding purpose only, they have given this core Java and advanced Java. In real-time environment, we are not going to call it as core and advanced Java. Okay. Now, as per JSC part, by using JSC, we are going to develop those standalone applications, which are nothing but desktop applications. Okay, there is no core Java, only JSC. Here we are going to develop by using JEE. We are going to develop web as well as enterprise applications, web as well as enterprise applications. By using Java micro edition, we are going to develop mobile applications. We are going to develop these three kind of applications. We are going to develop by using JSC, JEE, and JME part. Okay. Initially, I am going to start our sessions is JSC part, which is nothing but we are going to call initially as core Java, right? So we are going to start our sessions with core Java. Okay. Now here in core Java part, everything we are going to work with Eclipse IDE. We are not going to write even a single line of code in Notepad. Okay. We should not work with Notepad. Completely we are going to work with Eclipse IDE. We are having n number of advantages using Eclipse. So from day one onwards, we are going to work with Eclipse IDE. Okay. So we are having n number of advantages. I'll explain you later what is the advantages of Eclipse IDE. So we are going to work with Eclipse. Okay, in real-time environment. Why? Because we are not going to use Notepad or any edit plus softwares. Okay, we are not going to use any editors. Just we are going to use IDEs. What is the use of IDEs? Mostly the code will be generated automatically. We are having n number of advantages. That's why we are going to work with IDEs. Here mostly we are going to work with Eclipse IDE. So in core Java part, we will be knowing first what is a class and what is an object, what is an object. Then after knowing these things, we will be knowing what are the data types, what are the data types, and then variables. Once it is completed, then I'm going to explain you about OOPS principles. We are saying that Java is object-oriented programming language, right? Why Java is object-oriented programming language? What are the object-oriented principles? We are going to discuss about these things. Once it is completed, then we are going to discuss about control statements. Control statements, again, it is divided into three types, like conditional statements, looping statements, and transfer statements. All these things we are going to discuss, and then we are having a concept called constructors. After constructors, we are having some keywords like this keyword, final keyword, and super keyword. We are going to discuss about these things. Then abstract classes, abstract class, interfaces. Then once it is completed, most important concepts we are having in core Java as per JSC part is exception handling. Most important one. Why? Because all any technology depends on core Java only. In core Java also we are having some of the most important concepts are like control statements, constructors, everything. All the concepts in JSC part are very important. First we need to put more concentration on like exception handling, and then most important concept is multi-threading, and then collection framework, collection framework, then finally strings. So we're having a concept called wrapper classes. These are the most important concepts. Basically, now our current version is all these things we are going to discuss by using Java 1.7 version. Once it is completed, so we have some new features like we need to know about Java 1.5 features. I'll explain you once the classes are completed. 1.5 features. I'll explain you about 1.6 features. You need to know the differences. 1.7 features, 1.7, and most importantly 1.8 features. Most important thing is current version we are using 1.8 features, and we got 1.9 also. We need to know about these features. Once it is completed, we are going to complete the core Java part. Once it is completed, then we are going to start JDBC. We are going to start what? JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. But before starting Java Database Connectivity, I am going to explain you about one complete database. MySQL database I am going to explain you. MySQL database. Okay. Here in this MySQL database, each and every concept I am going to explain you here. How to create a database, how to create a database, and how to create a table, how to create a table, how to insert the data, how to insert the data, how we are going to update the data, means CUD operation, how to update the data, and how to delete the data, and how we are going to read the data from database, means retrieving the data, retrieve the data, and then, so for example, how we are going to combine two tables, or based on specific criteria how we are going to read the data. For example, we are having 100 employees. That 100 employees total salary we need. How we are going to this to how we are going to write these queries. Everything I'm going to explain you. Complete MySQL database I'm going to explain you in 3 or 4 days. Once it is completed, then I'm going to start our session with JDBC. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. Java Database Connectivity. I'll explain you how we are going to communicate our Java application with database. Once it is completed, till now we have not started any web application development. Everything is related to standalone only. Now, before starting web application development, before starting web application development, basically I'm going to start our sessions with here HTML. Once it is complete, then I'm going to start our session with HTML5. Again, CSS, CSS3, then JavaScript. I'm going to take sessions for 1 week completely on HTML, HTML5, CSS. Advanced version of HTML is HTML5. Similarly, CSS and CSS3, JavaScript. Once it is completed, then I'm going to start our sessions with again servlet technology. We are calling it as advanced Java, right? In advanced Java only we are going to get JDBC, servlets and JSP. But in real-time environment, we don't have any core Java and advanced Java. Like this, we are going to work servlets, and then again by using servlets and JSP, we are going to develop web applications. Okay, so here we are having more number of limitations in servlets. That's why we are going for JSP. And finally, at the end of our sessions, I'm going to give each project for one person so that you can keep in your resume. One complete project I'm going to give, web application project. So if you have your own requirement, you can work, or else if you need any web application project, if you want to keep in your resume, so that I'm going to give that project, you can keep in your resume. I'm going to give complete code, and I'm going to show you each and every line of execution. For this entire sessions, I'm going to take minimum 50 sessions, 50 working days. So it will take compulsory 2 months. So like this, I'm going to start our sessions. Initially, I'm going to start our sessions with core Java part. Why? Because to develop any kind of application, okay, even in future, you are going to learn about frameworks like Spring and Hibernate. Everywhere, you are going to use mostly core Java. So you need to put more concentration on core Java. Once if you are good in core Java, then you can learn anything very easily. So this is the way I'm going to take classes. Now, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Initially, I'm going to start our sessions with core Java part. What is a class? What is an object? What is an object-oriented programming language? What are the data types we are going to use in core Java? What are the variables? How many types of variables we are having in Java? These things. Basically, we are going to start our sessions like this. So for each and every concept, I'm going to take just theory for 10%, and remaining 50 to 60 minutes, I'm going to take each and every concept on practical thing only. I'm not going to take theory part more. I'm going to share you the document. Just you need to read the document and you need to practice the samples on each and every concept. Every day I'm going to share the assignments. Those assignments you need to complete for next day. Okay, I'm going to give only easy assignments. So you need to practice the assignment and you need to come for next day.